The Potter and the Traveler, a journey of patience, sabr, and trust in Allah in a quiet valley, far from the noise of cities and the rush of caravans, nestled a small village where time seemed to slow down. Birds chirped gently in the morning, the breeze whispered through olive trees, and in a modest workshop made of mud bricks and wooden beams, lived a potter named Riaz. Riaz was old, perhaps in his late 60s, but his eyes carried the calm of someone who had spent years in remembrance of Allah. He spoke little, worked steadily, and spent long hours shaping clay with hands that moved as if guided by divine wisdom. His pots, though simple, were known across the region, for they rarely cracked, and always held water cool and pure. One late afternoon, as the golden sun cast long shadows across the valley, a traveler approached, young, worn, and heavy with sorrow. His clothes were dusty, his sandals frayed, and his face, though young, was marked with lines of pain. Riaz looked up from his work and offered a nod. "Peace be upon you, traveler." The young man responded with a tired voice, "And upon you peace." Riaz gestured to a stool beside him. "Rest. The road has not been easy, I see." The traveler sat down, rubbing his hands. "My name is Hassan. I've walked far, but I'm not sure where I'm going anymore." Riaz continued turning the wheel slowly, shaping a small lump of clay. "Sometimes not knowing is the beginning of knowing," he said. Hassan looked around the workshop. "You make pots all day?" "Yes," Riaz replied, "and I learn something from each one." "Like what?" Hassan asked skeptically. Riaz smiled. "That beauty comes after pain. That nothing strong is made quickly. That silence has its own language." Hassan shook his head. "I don't see the wisdom in suffering. I lost my father in an accident. My mother became ill, and I couldn't save her. I tried working in 3 towns. Every time I failed. I prayed, I fasted, I begged Allah for help. But he remained silent." Riaz stopped the wheel and looked at him gently. "Allah is never silent. We just forget how to listen." He stood and beckoned Hassan to follow him behind the workshop. There stood a kiln made of stone, warm with a recent fire. Nearby, several pots waited to cool. Riaz picked up a cracked pot. "This one wasn't ready. I fired it too soon, and it broke." The clay was still weak. Then he picked up another, smooth, strong, beautiful. "This one, I was patient with. I shaped it, let it rest, let it dry in the sun. Then, and only then, I placed it in the fire. And the fire gave it strength." He turned to Hassan. "My son, the fire didn't break it. The fire revealed it." Hassan lowered his gaze. His voice cracked. "Then what am I? Broken clay?" "No," Riaz said firmly. "You are being shaped. You are in the waiting stage. You are still wet with tears. But Allah al-Latif, the most gentle, is not finished with you." They returned to the workshop, where Riaz handed Hassan a lump of clay. "Shape it," he said. Hassan hesitated, then mimicked what he had seen. His hands were unsure at first, but with Riaz guiding him, he began to form the shape of a small cup. Riaz nodded. "Every pressure you feel with your fingers, the clay feels it too. But without pressure, there is no form. Without stillness, there is no balance. Without fire, there is no strength. 4 days, Hassan stayed. He learned to shape, dry, and fire clay. He found peace in the rhythm of it, and with every pot he made, he began to understand that Allah's qada, divine decree, was not cruelty but craftsmanship. On the final morning, as Hassan prepared to leave, Riaz handed him a perfectly formed pot, one that Hassan had made himself. "Take this," Riaz said. "When you feel lost again, remember, you are still clay, but your maker is the most wise." Hassan smiled, eyes glistening. "I used to ask Allah, why me? Now I ask, what are you shaping me into?" Moral of the story. This story reflects the deep Islamic values of sabr, patience, and tawakkul, trust in Allah. Like clay in a potter's hands, we are tested, pressed, and placed in life's fires. But those who hold on with patience and faith will emerge stronger, wiser, and more beautiful than before. Allah says in the Quran, "Indeed, Allah is with the patient." Surah Al-Baqarah 2:153.